Hi, everybody. So today I just wanted to talk about Archangel Azrael. Um, from what I know from my experiences in my dreams. So the last dream I had about Azrael, he was a little different than how he's typically depicted, I would say. When I had this dream, I really didn't know much about him, like at all. So when I had this dream, I woke up like, oh, that was interesting. I've never dreamed about Azrael before. But in my dream, he was the highest angel that I knew of. Like he was sort of in charge of all of the other angels. It seemed as if he was like the oldest angel there was. And I had to go to the highest level of the angelic realm to get to him, to ask him a question. And Azrael lived in this huge mansion. And I remember the walls were purple. So I know, like, I tried looking up this information, and like I said, like, people associate Azrael with different colors, but from what I see, Azrael's color is purple. He also, which is the highest, like, color, apparently, in the spiritual realm. So he's a very old soul, or old angel. He actually, when you look at him, he looks kind of old as well. Like, like, not like 60 or 70, but just like an older, wise looking man, but he has like black hair, like short black hair. I don't remember what color his eyes were, but he was wearing black clothing, like a black suit. And he was just walking around, just reading and kind of talking to himself when I went to go see him. And he gave us this impression that he's a very wise angel. But also, like angels in general, I think are just kind of blunt. So he was just kind of blunt in, his advice to me. Basically, the question I had, he couldn't answer. So he told me to ask God directly. But I got the impression that Azrael was the closest angel to God. So if he couldn't answer something, then you would have to go straight to God. And I know, like, Azrael's supposed to be the angel of death, or what have you. I'm not sure. I mean, that could be true, considering that he's, like, the oldest angel. He may be, or at one point, he could be, like, involved with the departure of souls from, the spirit realm into heaven or whatever. He does have, like, in this dream, he had this daughter, but, like, not like a physical daughter. In my dreams, I was shown that the daughters of angels or sons of angels or whatever are basically traits taken from one angel to make another angel. So his daughter, in a sense, was like one of my friends that I went to go see, and that's why I I didn't have too much of a hard time getting to him and talking to him. I don't know. But that was my experience with Azrael. I also have had dreams in the past about death coming after me. So I know he's supposed to be the angel of death. I don't know if that was him or not, but it was a warning dream. Like, I kept seeing death, and death, when he came to me, had like rotting skin coming off. Like, it was rotting off his flesh. It was so scary and terrifying to see it. It wasn't like a skeleton. It was like his flesh was just rotting off his bones, as best as I could say it. Like, parts of his body was there, and then there was parts of skeleton, and it was really weird. It was scary. When I saw him, he would be pointing at me, and then I would freeze in fear, and I couldn't move or do anything. I was so terrified. And I had this dream when I was pregnant, like shortly, like before I had my daughter. My daughter seems to be like psychically gifted. She can see ghosts. She has been since a very young age. So I don't know if that was a warning about her father, because apparently her father had some mental issues, or still has like mental issues. And I was starting to figure that out, at that time. I'd gotten pregnant kind of early in our relationship. But yeah, I figured all that out after I had her. Like, oh, well, maybe that's what those dreams were about. It was trying to warn me about some crazy stuff that was going to go down. So sometimes, like, entities can reach out to you, and you can have scary dreams like that, but they're not like intended to scare you. They're intended to get your attention, to pay attention to what's going on around you, pay attention to the people that you're associated with. So sometimes you just really gotta scare the living daylights out of somebody to get their attention, I guess. Um, so that was my experience with Azrael. Like, he seems to be pretty high up there, um, in the order of things. Even though he's like mentioned as an archangel, I just didn't see that. He was just this very old angel. All right, so I know this is really short, but that's all I have to say at the moment because that's all the experience I've had with Azrael. So I hope you found that interesting.